Welcome, you reached review time with Imperial, and today's review will be Spirited. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Let's get into it. Now, the trailer for this movie was a good trailer, just in time for the holidays, and you're thinking, why not? Will Ferrell, Ryan Reynolds, they should have good chemistry together and have a successful movie. And the last time we seen Will Ferrell in a Christmas movie was the classic Elf. And if you look at my playlist, Christmas 2022 playlist, Elf is one of my top 25 Christmas movies of all time. That was a quick plug. Nevertheless, you come here to this channel to save you the time to either watch the movie or not. This movie is going to depend on where you at, if you like musicals. To me, if it's not too much, I could deal with it. But the musical was all through this movie, and I think for the cast, they had fun with this movie. I think they just had a ball. Maybe some of them that always wanted to do a musical, they had no reason to do a musical. This was the opportune moment, so they did it. But to me, if I want to just base it upon, is it worth it to see? It took it down notches for me. If they just did this like a regular movie, I would have rated this movie higher. So let's just get in to the story. The storyline is basically Charles Dickens. We all know Christmas Carol. It's been so many variations of that movie, from Scrooge, the Disney's version, Christmas Carol with Jim Carrey. That's also on my 25 countdown days of Christmas playlist as well. So it's always different variations of the Christmas Carol. So this is their version of it. They put a musical spin to it, and you have Ryan Reynolds plays as Clint, and you got Will Ferrell plays as Ghost of Christmas Present. You got Octavia Spencer plays as Kimberly, who is the assistant slash VP to Clint's company. Now, the story is Will Ferrell heads a department of, they made it modernized. So, Ghost of Christmas Present, he runs this organization. Every year, they find one person, do the recon, go through their history, and when December hit, they go and show them all the past, present, future, and all that, and see if they change them as a person. And some people they do change. So the spin on this one, the very first one, is a character named Karen, and she's always calling the HOA on the kids in the neighborhood, and always in everybody else's business, and just being real obnoxious. So what they did was they showed her past, present, and future, and she changed. So right at that moment, they were already planning for the next person, and when they was, Ghost of Christmas Present seen Clint while viewing somebody else, and then he wanted to take the challenge because he had the option. He's been doing it for so long, 46 years or whatever, and he had the option to retire and become human again. And so he took the challenge on to take on Clint. And in the process of that, he seen Kimberly, and Kimberly could see him or whatever. So he wanted love, and that's why she was able to see him. And it just went on to different events. So Clint's story is he had his single parent home, mom passed away, two other siblings, younger brother, older sister, and the sister had cancer, and she passed away. Not before, when she passed away, she asked Clint to take on her daughter. When she asked him that, he pretty much said, "I'm not the father type. You need to ask my younger brother." And she cried, and then when she cried, he kind of regretted that. So that was his theme for goes to Christmas Past or whatever. So his niece came to his job pretty much asking him, hey, I need you to help me. I'm running for student government at my school. And he pretty much said you can get dirty and find some dirt on him. And what happens is when he seen the future, what it showed was when his niece threw the dirt on the little kid couldn't handle it from social media and all the comments and stuff, and wanted to take his own life and stuff. So he wanted to stop that. So that was his thing. Meanwhile, while all this is going on, you find out that Ghost of Christmas Present, which is played by Will Ferrell, is actually Ebenezer Scrooge, and he's going to get a second chance at life. So he did take his second chance. He became, of course, in love with Kimberly, and now, in present day, in reality form, Clint, after he stopped his niece, of course they supposed to do, the horns come out and people come out and congratulate him, but it didn't come out. So then he was on he pretty much said, that's because I didn't change. I'm pretty much, I did this for now, but then I go back to my old ways. So Ebenezer goes to Christmas Present now, human on Earth now, and he was going to get hit by a bus, and Clint sacrificed himself, pushed him out the way, and then he got hit by the bus, and that was his ultimate sacrifice. Now what took place, he thought it was over, but then pretty much by him sacrificing, he would lose his life, but not before the main person that was running the whole organization. He wouldn't talk to him pretty much. Well, in his afterlife thing, I'm going to run the show. And that's basically what he was doing on Earth. He was running the show at his company. And Kimberly had already moved on with Clint. They had some kids. And then he seen his sister. And his sister, he's got his sister a job at the Afterlife Christmas thing. So that was cool too. And then from there you had, he would go see he would go see Ebenezer on Earth from time to time. But it was a case that came up that he needed him to take a look at to get some help with. So that's kind of like the spark, if this is a hit, for part 2. So this is a Apple Originals film, so it's on Apple TV. I think it did meet the theaters. I'm not sure, but if they took it just a regular movie, it would have been a lot better. But if you went to musicals, you might dig it. If you went to Spirit, you might dig it as well. But for me, it took away from the movie. The musical took away from the movie. So because of that, I gotta reduce my rating on this movie. So out of my 4-star rating system, I'm gonna give this movie a 2 out of 4 stars. I was gonna go lower, like 1.5, because I didn't care for the musical stuff. But then when I actually think of the storyline itself, it is a decent storyline. It would have been better if the musical stuff was there. So because it was a decent storyline, a different variation of A Christmas Carol, I give it a 2 out of 4 stars. So subscribe to the channel, like the video. Is it worth it to watch? Not if you're not going. Some people not even going to be able to get past all the musical singing and all that stuff. So you'll turn it off right off the bat. But if you can sit through it, you might think it's decent. Other than that, you just don't even waste your time, because the musical part is on. That's what it takes away from the movie. Till next time.